Okay, we're going to start this video by looking at a situation. So here we have Sam Stosur. She's an Australian tennis player, and she's just serving a tennis ball. And when she serves, her racket moves up, and it has kinetic energy as her racket moves. And when it hits the ball is sitting in midair, and it's just stopped moving just before it falls back down. And when the racket hits the ball, then the ball suddenly gains kinetic energy from the racket, and then the ball starts to move and it gets served across the net. So what we've discovered is that energy can be passed from one object to another, and we call this energy transfer. So energy transfer is when energy passes from one object to another. From one object to another, but it stays as the same type of energy. That's important to remember. Let's look at a different example of some energy transfer. Here we have a pot on the stove, and let's say we're cooking up some pasta, which we can't see, but I'll draw in some small macaroni pasta. So the energy transfers that happen here are, we have heat energy in the flames at the bottom from the gas on the stove, and the heat energy passes from the gas to the metal pot. Then that heat transfers from the metal pot into the water. So that's another energy transfer. And then the heat transfers from the water to the pasta, and that's what starts cooking the pasta. So we've had heat that's transferred 3 times here. And what we can do is show all these transfers in a diagram. And these are called flow diagrams, or energy flow diagrams. So we start off by saying how the energy was at the start of the situation. We had thermal energy, which is the same as heat. And the thermal energy was in the flame. So we say where that energy was as well. And then an arrow shows the energy was transferred, and it went from the flame to still thermal energy, but now of the pot. Then it was transferred again to thermal energy in the water. And lastly, the water heated up the pasta, so then the thermal energy must have gone from the water to the pasta. So a flow diagram shows the different locations where the energy is and how it moved between those objects. Let's go back and do a flow diagram of the first situation as well. So when Sam Stosur served the ball, we started off with kinetic energy of her racket, because her racket was moving. And then that energy, as the racket hits the ball, is transferred to kinetic energy in the ball. And that causes the ball to move and fly down the other end of the court.